Hey y'all, come on in. How y'all doing today? On this day, come on in.
She cut us some watermelon.
Nuki said she don't want none, so I'm gonna finish cutting this watermelon up. I'm finished cutting this watermelon up. Watch out, Ava.
Hi, people.
Let me get me. You don't like that. That's my cake. That's why I said watch out. Let me get me cake.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what I did when I had some in here. I keep getting shifted. So, bless you, baby. Let me see if I got some down here. My cakes, I have them in this drawer and I don't see none of them. I don't want to get myself dirty. Lord. I'm going to get shifted too.
They were shifted right here.
Okay, give me a cake real quick. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Get in here, get in here, get in here.
You want to put this on?
Hey Rosemary, hey honey. I don't know. It's like violence.
Can I try it? Can I try
No,
it?
Avery, watch out. Y'all see that? I'm finna finish cutting this watermelon up. Come on in here. It's favor. It's not luck. Come on in here, Sean on Fowler. Y'all get in here. Rosemary, that was for you. I'm done. I gotta go handle some real estate stuff this afternoon. So I come in to tell y'all greetings. I also need a request. I am going to do a Zoom with some prayer warriors. I'm looking for people that have been called to prayer and that pray on a daily basis, that pray at their church, that are true prayer warriors. I need you all on a Zoom call. I'm going to tell y'all what I have found out, and what I do know is that I got all this watermelon right here I'm going to cut up, y'all. But let me show you. I already started the process, so I'm going to finish it up. Good old sweet watermelon. Favor is better than money. Who said that? It sure is Miss Linda Richards. So, huh? So, Ava, give me some Ziploc bags. So I'm gonna cut this up, and I'm gonna talk to y'all just for a brief moment. Yes, for a brief one. For a brief one. Eddie is fine. He's healed. He is completely healed. In Jesus' name. It's just like with me. You're going to have good days, bad days, aches, pains, highs, lows, ups, downs. But we learn how to live with it, and we learn how to keep on moving. Let me show you what I got on today. Hold on, y'all. Let me show y'all my little outfit for the day. Andrew, did you get me some Ziploc bags? Oh, I always use Ziploc to put it in the I don't know. We will and I. Hey, y'all, get in here. No, this is not seedless. I grew up with seeds, so it don't bother me to spit some seeds out of a watermelon. It just really don't. I mean, I sometimes think the seeds in a watermelon, it make it sweeter. Look at that right there.
Nice.
I'm gonna keep a couple of them. Taste that. Hey, do me a favor. Go put that shirt you had back on before we go, so you don't get this dirty. So I'm looking for people that are prayer warriors for me. And these are people that have been pulled out, called out to a life of prayer. I need some of those type of people. I want to share some things with y'all, because see, it's not about favor. It's not about you lucky. It's about the favor. And the thing about God is, just because somebody else say they do something or God show them something, it don't mean God showing you. So I'm not going to, I don't want to release what I say or see, because some people are playing, and it ain't nothing to play with. When God shows stuff, when God reveals stuff, and when God is doing stuff, He gonna do it with those that are called by His name. And we talked about that yesterday. So many people getting COVID, and you don't hear people talk about COVID. I was on Aisha's last night with her, cooking with Aisha and everything, and she has COVID. And we prayed this morning, and I prayed, and we talked on the telephone. And you know, even the releasement of some things, you just can't do it on here. You know, because people want to mimic your gift. They want to act like they got the gift God gave you. They want to act like they do everything you do. And so it's best to select and get the people and go for it in a different way. Now, one thing about me, I don't let nobody on my Zoom. If you don't have no name and if you don't have no picture, you can't come on my Zoom call. I don't care who you are. Because I feel like you're in there to listen, and you're not really in there to aid and help. So I don't let people on Zoom just to let you on Zoom. Because some people really be needing prayer, they be needing things, and it's not for you to come in. It's not a group. It's not a gossip group where you get with other people and you get mad. No, it's not. It's more than that. And I'm going to start back having them on Thursday. But in the meantime and in between time, I want to talk with some prayer warriors.
Hey, y'all, that's for the women.
Come on in here. I'm cutting this watermelon up quick. You can't keep these things in your house now. You got to get this stuff out. Time you cut it up, because you'll be stuck with flies.
Fruit flies.
And so y'all know I have this thing sometimes that come over me. And then the enemy is so busy. I don't care. I'm not going to release nothing. If you say God told you, then you release it. And we'll see if what He told you is factual. But when I talk on something, they talk on something. When I do it, then they do it. So I'm not going to give you the answer. I'm going to let you wait on your answer.
Keep doing.
And the true worshipers.
For what out?
No, you got to
Put it in the oven?
Those that worship must worship in spirit and what?
I gotta taste it.
And truth. So get in here. Let me tell y'all. Well, I had to go ahead and cut this watermelon up because it was getting some spots and soft spots. And I still feel those soft spots. That's why I'm not cutting all the watermelon off. I'm just cutting what feels to be firm off. And because this watermelon was about to go bad, son bought this watermelon for me, and I let it sit up too long. It's sweet and it's still firm, but the parts that I feel that's too soft, that's why I'm leaving so much on the watermelon. Some of them don't have firmness to them. So I'm trying to get those that do have the firmness. Get in here. Yeah, y'all, my numbers, it's something going on with Facebook. I don't know what the glitch is, but it's got me to 200 now.
I'll eat it.
I'm just going to keep on going live and keep on doing my Bible studies and stuff like that. Hopefully it's just one and not all of my pages that will have to go through this. But you never know. It's only a test that you're going through. And favor. Some people will say, don't speak on this, don't speak on that. You might jinx it. I can't jinx favor. You can't jinx favor, Jeanette. Jeanette, I'm going to call you back. We had a bad storm come through. But I am going to give you a buzz back. And I think when you called me, I was on with cooking with Aisha. But you can't jinx. It's a favor ain't luck. Get in here. Favor ain't luck. Favor ain't luck. And it ain't that. But it is just. There's a difference. I don't live my life on luck. I don't live my life on, it's a possibility I win. No, in the end, it said I would win. I can't control what the future holds. I have to accept what God allows, and it ain't based on luck. It ain't even based all on your good deeds. Some of us, we ain't worthy. That's why I told somebody the other day, quit telling people that they getting what they deserve. How you gonna say that when none of us ain't getting what we deserve?
What is it?
I don't care what. You can have a big mega church with a big mega preacher, and he drawing everybody, but he's losing his own soul. You can have a young preacher or a preacher that's been out here a long time preaching the truth. I mean, preaching it, and his page and his church ain't growing because he's standing on truth basis. Some people, their treasure is on the earth. Everything they got is just earth. They're not building no treasure nowhere else. They're building an earthly treasure. That's a difference. It's an earthly treasure. Some people's hopes are built on earthly things and earthly values only. They live in what they see.
What? Ooh.
Cater my way on here. Hey, cater my way. I don't see you, but I saw somebody mention your name. With Willie J.
Almost done, Daddy. Over here.
I know I have faith. So hold on, let me I got this watermelon cut up. I'm finna get rid of the rind. And I think I saved the best of it.
Daddy, you ready? You ready to flip?
I did.
Huh? So you thought you put
So
it
now-
on the track?
I'm gonna get rid of the rest of it.
Huh? You thought to put it on the track?
And then we're gonna talk. And I'm gonna put these rinds in the trash. Hey, bring me that trash.
What trash do you
The
have?
trash bag. Bring it up on here.
You ready? It's ready.
Hold on one second.
Time to flip. Right? Oh, it's time to put it on the track. I can put it on the track now? I'm expert at this, ma'am. Mom, I'm just trying to get expert at stuff. Huh?
You're expert. Do I have a rag over there, Eddie? Dish rag. Come on now.
This time to eat.
You got a dish rag over there. I can wipe this.
I'm going to get everybody.
Say what? Well, anytime you cook, they do. I don't know what's going on. I just said, you cook it. I'm going to drag this outside.
Time to eat, people. You ready to eat, Yuki?
But, hi guys.
No, why you say hi, guys?
Guys,
No.
that big watermelon slice.
I am going to come back later. And I am going to be cooking later. Huh?
That's a big watermelon.
I know it. I need that knife I had over there on that tray. Go get it so I can cut this last piece of watermelon up. Thank you, Dad. And Avery, there go yours over there. Thank you.
Wait, right here?
They say, hey, Nuke.
How do you spell her name?
N-O-O-K-I-E.
Okay, stop. You're good snacks. You
I
go
don't know.
get
We have
snacks.
other plates.
You don't like yogurt, you said?
Huh? I don't like yogurt.
That's why I asked.
Nuki, you
I
want
love
waffle? You want waffle, Nuki?
Mm.
You want eggs?
Fix your plate. No, let me fix your plate. Okay, y'all.
Get the plate.
Nuki said, hey, back, y'all.
We need something to scoop the eggs up.
They finna eat that breakfast. I'm going down to Mama's in just a minute, Erica. I talked to her. She doing good. I have to let Mama sleep. Mama don't really be moving around till about 1:30, 2 o'clock. So that's where I'm going. Hold on, y'all. I get him. Okay.
I hope you like them.
So my husband got up. He cooked breakfast. Let me show y'all. He cooked.
Did you cook this?
He cooked
Pancakes.
sausage, pancakes, and eggs. That's what he cooked for the kids.
Show my plate.
Avery got her plate. I already got him. Okay, that must be Tiffany.
You don't eat over there.
So favor. It goes further than money. Favor ain't fair, but it's just. And favor is not luck. Whatever you do, remember, favor is not luck. Favor will get you into places that luck can't. Favor will find you in an unmerited state of favor. Favor will get your husband up out the bed, healing and moving. Favor is in a state of humbleness. And the state of humbleness is where the Lord is. He wants us to always be humble. For some reason, when God get ready to deal with me, I just be crying, I just be crying, I just be crying. And then I begin to see things. And some stuff is not easy to release. And some stuff, you just got to say it outright and upfront. But what happens is a lot of times I witness when you say something or when God is moving, then the next thing you know, like I told the story about the young lady whose husband died and her kids try to put her in a nursing home. As soon as I do something and somebody else talks. Well, the moral of that story, who was on here when I told what happened to the young lady who, when her husband died, her kids tried to put her in a nursing home? Who all was on here? Yes, I think that's where my worship is, Francidia. I really do. The moral of what I shared with y'all that day, it wasn't that her kids was just trying to put her in a nursing home. That's where they want to place her. But do y'all understand why they want to place her in a nursing home? Did anybody get the message? Because see, so many times people will get your stuff, try to run. If you say God show you stuff or you got to give a discernment, they got to give a discernment. I'm going to tell y'all what happened. God told me don't fool with somebody. And I don't care how much they want to talk to me, I didn't. I didn't answer. I didn't get on no phone call or nothing. Because it was something more. That's right. There you go, Erica. That's what happened. Erica, did not say I was going to bless you with something. Tell me what I said I was going to bless you with, Erica. Because you have to bring it to my memory because sometimes I forget. But I do know I'm supposed to be sending you something. It was because of greed. They put her in the hospital. They put her in a nursing home because of greed. They wanted what she had. They wanted their inheritance and they wanted it then. All right, Erica, email me your address. They wanted it at that moment. They wanted it then. They wanted their inheritance. And they thought that their dad was the only thing stepping in between them and their inheritance.
It's William's birthday.
Huh?
It's William's birthday.
Is it? All right. They thought it was because when our daddy gone, mama ain't got no power. And we gonna get what our daddy that we could have, but they didn't understand that the wealth in the family didn't come from the daddy.
Okay.
The wealth came from, huh? I don't know. Yours is right.
Eat, Mom.
Did she take care of something?
Mm-hmm.
She said she did.
Okay. I think she did.
I know. I walk right around here.
I know you did. I have a question.
I'll eat more pancakes.
The wealth came from her side of the family. She was the one that had the money. So when they came after her, it was her, hold on, y'all, let me get these cameras off of here. When they came after her, they came after the wrong person. And they said, well, Daddy left a will. And he did leave a will. And what had happened was the lady had put her husband on the deeds of the house. And so he said he thought he was going to leave it to his children. And what ended up happening was, it really wasn't his to leave, and not by himself. She had survival rights. Should something happen to him, she was to get everything. And then she had a will that was conjacent to that, which meant his will died. So after they read his will off, and everything was left to her, the kids didn't realize that her will would super exceed his will. God's will super exceeds our will. I'm going to show y'all what I'm eating. So then after that, they thought, well, Daddy is gone. So this is what I got. Nikki, will you bring me a bench over here? I want to tell you. Daddy is gone. Mama, we're going to get our part. But Mama owned it all in the beginning. Mama had gave Daddy something. Thank you, boo. Mama had gave Daddy. And that was Mama's. And there was another thing that Mama and Daddy had talked about. And they had talked about should something happen to them, because that house was in the family, they wanted to leave it as a community center. They didn't even know about the secret walls that was in the house. Let me bless my food. Father God, I thank you for the food I'm about to receive. Sanctified and purified to the nourishment of my body. Bless the hands that prepared it. In Jesus' name. Lord, bless it and stretch it. In Jesus' name. Amen. Got me some oatmeal.
Go ahead, tell that she want oatmeal.
She don't say no.
I love oatmeal. My husband fixed me some oatmeal. I can eat just the eggs and the oatmeal and keep moving. So what happened is how she ended up, they put her in a nursing home. She didn't have the will to fight them. She was weak. Her husband hadn't even been dead a month, a good month or two. And she heard them downstairs doing stuff. And she thought that maybe they was down there helping her because she had been in the bed, because he died all of a sudden.
Take it.
And so when she went downstairs,
She want a little bit.
they had rearranged her furniture. They had put up a big screen TV. She asked them what was they doing. She thought they was trying to do new stuff for her and give her stuff. She said, oh, we don't sit in here like that. I don't need a big TV in my living room. And one of her kids spoke up. Her daughter said, well, that's how you didn't want it. It's our house now. And she said, please put my house back the way that I had it. And they was like, but Daddy left us this house.
What's wrong?
I don't know. Talking to the boy named Lucky.
Daddy left us this house. But what they failed to understand, Daddy couldn't leave what wasn't him. That house was an heirloom. God's will super exceeds our will. The lady was still clothed in her right mind. They was trying to put her in a nursing home, and they was saying that she wasn't competent to stay by herself. Well, she called her lawyer, and the lawyer made them do a mental evaluation. And they released her out the nursing home. And she didn't go home. See, when they put it in now, some people put you in a nursing home like some people do their kids in college. You put them in college and you don't go check up on them until they flunk out and they back home. So she didn't go home. She stayed at the attorney's house. Because they weren't checking on her. And when she got ready to return home, she returned back to her house. Judy Ortega, I need your grocery list. You need to write down what you're out of. Butter, eggs, sugar, Whatever you out of. And we sent Ron Rouse a flower. I just want y'all to know we sent Ron Rouse a flower. But anyway, the long and the short of it was, she returned back to her house with the attorney. No, you didn't send me a list. You just told me that what they said you could do, and I could do a MoneyGram. I don't see a list of food to order. So this is what I'm gonna end up doing for you, Judy.
I do.
Come.
It's so good.
I got so much stuff going on. Get you some more if you want. I'm gonna just let you put your Cash App up. And whoever want to bless you can bless you, Judy. I didn't see it. So Judy, send me your Cash App. Because I got stuff. I got a real lot of stuff to do.
Mama, can I ask a question? Why do you want Erica say?
No, you can't ask a question on live. I done told you that. No, you can't. When it come to my family, don't ask nothing.
You have a lot of stuff in your plate.
When I eat with a spoon, I eat with whatever I got in my house. I don't know how y'all are. I don't have to have a fork. If all I got is a spoon, that's how we grew up. We ate with what we had. Okay, so anyway, she returns back home with the attorney. He gets her out the nursing home. And she returns back home with him. And she don't say nothing to her kids. When she walk in, they all in her house. And she said, I want y'all to follow me. I just get her Cash up so we can just send her some more. And so she said, follow me. And she had so many hidden little components in her house, because her house was a house that her mom and them got, and it went back to slavery. And when they followed her, she mashed the door, and it took them down a stairwell. And the stairwell led into this another side of the house, and it led to like a basement. And after that, yeah, I sent him a flower. I sent Ron a flower on behalf of all of us. And so, when she went down there, they had a safe. They had a real big safe. The safe had treasures. I love oatmeal. The safe had treasures.
You cold.
The safe had heirlooms, necklaces, jewelry. The safe had gold earrings, and everything. The safe had all the stuff that she wanted them to have when she died. It also had a wheel. It also had a wheel. A wheel that superseded everybody else's wheel. And an attorney had used that. Okay, here go Judy Ortega's Cash App. It's a weird Cash App. Let me pin it. It's 3 Cash App 338911C. That's her Cash App. She said she needs some groceries. Anybody want to bless her? We ask that you send it directly to her. Don't send it to me. She lives in Iowa. She said that they had a tornado in Iowa, and she said she lost power and she lost all her groceries. I don't eat my oatmeal with a fork. See, I grew up in a house with a lot of kids. Sometimes I didn't get the fork. We didn't always have enough forks. They always got thrown away. So I ate a spoon. That's how I grew up. It don't bother me. We flooded 4 weeks ago. If y'all want to bless her, bless her. Ain't no use in asking no questions like, where is the Red Cross? I don't know where they at. Yeah, you want some more? I'm a firm believer. I'm going to give it and I'm going to go. So anyway, the wheel that came out, the attorney had that wheel. Okay, Judy, I posted your Cash App. It's $338-911 and the letter C. Y'all can send it to her directly.
Say it one time, Mama.
I was gonna order her groceries, but I'm just gonna let y'all do it this way because I got a lot of stuff going on today.
Mama, where we going?
And that's why I need some prayer warriors. Let me get back to the story. Thank you, Mama Helen. So the will that was in the safe indicated that house could not be sold. That house, even after each child, grandchild, that house had an allowed amount of money to keep that house, updated and taken care of. So when they found that out, she also told them not only was that house going to be a community center and it was going to aid and help others, she saw a spirit in them called greed. And she took all her stuff and she didn't leave them nothing but $1 a piece. In a will, you can leave a child $1 to $10 and they cannot dispute your will. They can't come against it. They can't take it to court. You can leave them $1 to $10. If you got a child, and you can write a clause that indicates in your will, should husband or wife have any outside kids, known or unknown, they are to inherit $1 to $10 of this will. They can't dispute it. I'm giving y'all some knowledge. If you do you a will, make sure you put in, because we don't know who got what. So make sure you put in, should there be any outside children from the wife or the husband, that child and whoever else that you don't want to get a hold to your money, will be left $1. Because so many kids get in a fight with their siblings over stuff. When mom and daddy die, they fight over the house, they fight over the car. As a matter of fact, the oldest one's name was Arthur. And Arthur had said that he was going to take lead and be over, but Arthur had got into it with his sister, the oldest sister, and there was twins. There was a twin, a boy twin, and a boy and a girl set of twins she had. And the boy and the girl twins, they were the youngest. And well, they really weren't the youngest. She had an older son named Arthur, a daughter named Andrea. She had a set of twins, and then out of nowhere, she had a baby, another son. So she had 3 boys and 2 girls. And the one that honored her and loved her the most were the younger kids. The older 2 was the ones pushing the situation, and they kind of got into it. They kind of got in a scuffle about the power. And so the daughter rolled her eyes at the mama. It can still be disputed through probate court. I trust is a better option. Connie, it can if it's worded that way. Connie O'Neill Bates, no, you can leave it. Her house wasn't a trust, but it was also connected to the fact that they couldn't sell it. You can do whatever you want to with your property. You can fix your property that it can never be sold. Now, trusts keep you from having to pay taxes on what you already inherited. That's why a lot of people would put their houses in trust so that their kids, especially people with a lot of money, so that their kids don't have to pay taxes on their inheritance.
Yep.
Okay? But if you put it in a certain verbiage, then it cannot be disputed, because you're actually leaving that person something. You're leaving that person $1 to $10. You can't tell somebody how much to leave you. You can't even tell somebody what you feel like you're entitled to. So as long as you give them a set amount of money in there, allocated, if anybody else come up and feel like they are entitled to it, then you can put that clause in, where the attorney can put that clause in for you. And that way, if they do come try to dispute it at probate court, they can get what she left them or he left them in a will, which was $1 to $10. It was what they left them. If they left them nothing, then they have probable cause to go and show that they were the daughter or the son, and they want their share of what was coming out. But anyway, not to change stuff over. Let me finish. So the moral of the story was that she saw that they loved her, what she had, more than they loved her. They saw that they were waiting. She saw that they had greed. And so therefore she didn't leave them anything but the $1 to the $10. They got into it. Arthur felt like he had a right because his dad had said it was his, and that his dad had done his own will. But that was a will that super exceeded all the other wills because it was left by her parents, who were wealthy. She spoiled her kids, but her mom and daddy didn't spoil her. And that will had a clause in it. And that house was not going to her husband. And he couldn't sell it. And she couldn't sell it. It was a family heirloom. But she could do with it what she wanted to. She couldn't sell it. So she turned it into a community center. And she gave scholarship money. And she aided people in the community. Because her children were in love. Wasn't nothing wrong with that lady. That woman could have stayed in her house for a very long time. That woman was clothed in her right mind. And not only did they put her in a nursing home, they put her in one and left her there. They didn't come visit. That's why the attorney was able to get her out the nursing home. They didn't come visit. They didn't come see her. So many times people put their family members in nursing homes and then they don't go see them. You don't know what's going on. You don't know if they're abusing them. You don't know if they're treating them bad. You don't know what's going on. A lot of things get past you. Same way in a hospital. You ain't there when the doctor's talking. You don't know what the nurses are doing. You ain't sitting there. Ain't nobody in the family visiting. The nurses can be treating you bad and doing you any kind of way. And wipe your face. Wipe your face. And
Thank you for the food, though.
If you don't, you're welcome. If you don't attend to them, see, let me tell you a moral of this story too. There is a lady or a man that's young. Once upon a time, we were young and we bore children that we loved and we sacrificed and we gave them the best and we did not give ourselves the best. And what happens in life is that if we're judged based on how we feel, then we grow up and all that you give a child and all that you do, then a child turns around and throws you away. You know, I'm so meticulous and funny. I didn't even let people watch mine. I didn't do anything. I don't still let Avery stay but with my sister and stuff like that. So she's never even stayed at her brother's house, nor did Kelby. So the point I'm making is that then you turn around, that precious person that loved you and saw you as a jewel. I don't care how bad you were. They went to bat for you. You throw that person away. That tells you right there that you're already forming a generational curse. One, your kids see you doing it. They see you throwing them away. They see you talking to them any kind of way. And what ends up happening is that in this life, you're going to get old too. And they're not going to have time because they saw that you didn't have time. So therefore, they're going to do it the same way they saw you do it. A lot of times we do generational curses. They don't never die because we form them. Okay, so Granny prayed those off of you on her side, but you created your own. You allowed your kids to see things. Some of us teach our kids to lie. We'll tell mama ain't at home. I don't feel like going to the store. And then they do it. They lie to their grandmother. You take the boundaries off. The people that kept the family reunion going, the people that prayed for the families, the people that kept the family together, they're dead. They're in the ground. You know why you don't see no family reunions? Because the ones that did the family reunions ain't here. They ain't here. That's why you don't see them. That's why you don't have to call and ask your cousins who all coming to the family reunion. And you can't wait to see your cousins that you hadn't seen in a long time because don't nobody have no family reunion. And it ain't because you ain't got the money to pay. It ain't. Because your money go everywhere else. That ain't even an issue. It ain't that you ain't got no money to pay for no family reunion. Your money go everywhere else. It goes where you value stuff the most. That's where your money go. Give me some more oatmeal. It go where you value what you value the most. Just like right now. You can have a stranger
come to your rescue and do something for you faster than your sisters and your brothers. And the ones that kept everything going are the ones that's in a nursing home or the ones that's deceased. And then the ones that act the fool at the funeral are the ones that's the most guiltiest. You want to pull them out the casket and scream because you wasn't there. And that's just how it goes. You know, that's just how life is, and that's just how it goes. And there are even some parents. Some parents do make it hard because you show favoritism with your children. And you don't know how that child feel when they see you showing a difference. You can be all their mama, but you don't parent them all the same way. Hold on. Just follow the money. It's where the heart is. Well, I'm going to tell you like this. I don't follow money. Money is temporary. You mess around and get sick. Money can't save you. Run out of money. Let these famous people run out of money. You won't find no limousine driver. You won't find no nannies. You won't find no housekeeper. What you'll find is they went back home. And you wonder what happened to them. And they back living in their old town. Same way with these professional ball players. Let me put this food in my mouth. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'm trying not to chew in y'all face. When they run out of money, they come back home. That's what they do. They come back home. Y'all see how my numbers just dropped down to the bottom? Am I frozen? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I was just talking and they just plummeted down to the bottom. So she had to leave them $1 to $10. And she told them, I see how much you care for me. You love me for my money. And they didn't get what they deserved. But love, you can get sick and have to go say, so true, money brings energy and helps with temporary resources. God is true. That's right, Melissa Price. And what ends up happening too is like, love, it covers a multitude of things. You were frozen for a second. Oh, was I? Okay, I didn't know. Thank you for telling me. But the sad thing about it is she still had so much life. You were frozen for a second. Okay. The thing is that the lady had so much life in her. Okay. And she asked them over and over, don't do me like that. Don't treat me that way. But they did. And they did it as soon as her mama died. As soon as her husband died. Soon as her husband died. And you don't never know what is in store for you. The beauty of spending time with your loved ones, and you create memories that nobody can take from you. I was sitting here and I've been reluctant, but I'm going to go out here. But I was sitting here, and this morning when I woke up, God said, ask, do you have any real prayer warriors? Nuki, y'all give me a minute, then I'll be ready, okay? We're going to get out of here. Hold on, y'all. Let me go outside. Hold on, y'all. What you say, Tracy? Facebook said there was signal problems on your live. I don't know what's going on. They got me down to 200 now, so whatever's going on. It started when they had that thing, whatever you call it. I don't know what's going on. I think some of the foreign countries or something may be being dropped off because my stuff went, some of it, I don't know what's going on. But it started with Microsoft. Oh my God. But every time God get ready to deal with me, show me something, it's like at one time I couldn't quit lifting my hands. I couldn't come on this page. I kept telling y'all to meet me on Bible study because I had to just keep lifting my hands to him. I just had to. And then like the tears, it won't stop. It was a Microsoft glitch. And it's okay. Because see, regardless of what my numbers say, I had to start over from the beginning. And God still got me here. And I'm still here by the grace of God and His favor. And favor goes further. And when God began to show me stuff, I remember I sit right here in this orange chair. And sometimes it's the craziest thing. Sometimes you get afraid of where you know you're going to see stuff. But you can see it anywhere because if God give you a vision, ain't nothing else going to show it to you. It ain't nobody and no creatures, nobody and no people, and no little black woman walking across the street. God just going to give you what He going to give you. He gonna tell you just what He gonna tell you, and you gonna have just what you decree, and you gonna be just what God wants you to be. And they got me freezing because when you got something to say, that's why I asked y'all the other day. I said, do I have anybody on here this morning that are true prayer warriors? True prayer warriors. Some people have been called out to prayer in their life. Just like how I'm a praise and worship leader. You got some people that are true prayers. They pray all the time. They pray for their spiritual leaders. When we used to go to church, we used to have prayer and Bible band. They would pray before people came into the church. They would pray 30 minutes to an hour before we started Bible study. They would pray and cover. They would pray before we open up the church doors. If church or Sunday school started at 9:30, they would be there at 8:30. Some people are called to prayer. Some people can pray a house down. Some people can pray so hard that demons have to get up and leave. I notice in church now, people don't want folks to go into prayer, or they'll show up after prayer. They'll show up when prayer is over. They'll come and they'll wait in their cars because they know, hallelujah, that you're going to pray and that the prayers of the righteous really availeth. It's not your tears that move God, but prayer changes things. Prayer is the key and faith unlocks the door. People are called to certain things in life. There are certain things and certain people as creatures being here on this earth that we are called to do, and He knows that we are capable of doing it, that we would do it, that we would hear Him, and that we would intercede, and that we would stand before God. I was reading last night and I talked about a lady named Deborah. I don't know how many of y'all missed the story, but Deborah was a prophetess, and Deborah also was a judge, and you can find her in the book of Judges between chapter 4 and 5. And Deborah had to go to a leader named Barak. He led an army. His name was Barak. And she told him, Barak, God ain't spoke to you yet concerning this situation. And she said, but God said for you to go. Go into the enemy's camp. Go over there with them Canaanites and free His people out of bondage. He said, I'll go, but I won't go without you. That's what He told her. I'll go, but I won't go without you. All right. And so what I'm saying, what are you saying? I'm saying that the things that we see and say, we got to have people that's willing to pray over the situation, to pray over the circumstance, to pray over what's going to take place and what will take place. Everybody got enough sense to know something bad going to happen. Or everybody got enough sense to know it's going to be ugly. No, that ain't how it works. That is not how it works. How it works is that sometimes God will just give you straight detail. Yes, Deborah was a woman that people want to dummy her down. And they want to call her deaconess. But what I loved about Deborah, every morning she was found between the palm tree. And Deborah would always be there singing. And she had the lyrics that said, wake up, Deborah, wake up, Deborah, wake up. Wake up, Deborah, wake up with a song. Arise, Barak, take captive of the captive. And the thing about it was that the song was manifested, and she sung just what happened. She sung what happened. Leaders, women can lead, the least expected. And she didn't say that the Lord was going to deliver Sisera by her hands, but she said by the hands of a woman. Did you just hear what I said? When she was dealing with that man, she told him that God said that he was going to deliver the king, Sisera, in his hands. And it was going to be by the hands of a woman. Now, he was fighting. He had 10,000 people with him. One woman took a nail out the tent, had that man lay down and trust, gave him some milk. When he closed his eyes and went to sleep, Jael took that nail and went in the temple of that man. Are they sending you any money, Jody Ortega? Did you just hear what I told y'all? Her song was called Wake Up. The point I'm making is, when you look around and see all the things that we ourselves have done to God, the enemy wants you to fear your future. The enemy wants you to be so afraid that you are so in fear of your future that he can take your future away from you. He'll have you so afraid, and God ain't giving us the spirit of fear. He'll have you so afraid you won't go on a vacation. He'll have you so afraid that you are scared to leave out your house. He'll put a phobia on you to cause you to lose your future. He'll tell you you'd rather sit in bondage and sit and be in a state than you is than to deal with people.
Do you want your purse?
Not yet. I'm going to get it when I get ready to leave. And so therefore, yeah, Avery, bring it to me. So therefore, when we get ready to walk into our future, yeah, bring me my purse and my keys. When we get ready to walk into our future, we have put off our future so much out of fear that everything that God had for us is not manifesting itself to its full potential in you, because now you walking in fear, and now you're afraid to what's already going to come on this earth. Let me tell y'all, you ain't going to be able to stop it. That's the first thing, so you can get that fear out your head. The next thing is that you ain't walking in luck if you in favor. And favor is so different than luck. It really is. Because God can take a little, 10,000 people, and then what he did was, because there was armies that had more than 10,000, he redirected them.
You want to take that thing off of you, Mama, and put it in the kitchen?
What thing? You got the key. Hold on, y'all. They get me ready. He will redirect.
I'll turn the camera around so that's up. Let's see your Mama.
Y'all need to tell Daddy we finna.
Is that Miss Gloria Williams on here, Mama? Huh?
I don't know.
There's a spider right there, though.
Well,
I just saw it. It's
Okay.
right behind us.
Okay.
Here.
Hey, Nuki,
y'all.
put this in the kitchen. Man. He will redirect you. I'm not gonna do it on Facebook. I'm gonna.
the car, Mama?
I'm gonna let you take everything to the car. I'm not gonna do
Can I
it
start it though?
because I'm not gonna play with people that keep trying to do stuff because I do it. I'm not gonna play with people on here that I see go jump from page to page and
I'ma go bring
when
you
I
some
tell
stuff.
you what thus said the Lord to me. And
Can I start the car?
Avery, go ahead. And when I tell you this, I want y'all to understand, God is speaking. And see, because we're not listening, and because we won't go back in the church, ain't nothing worse than a stiff-necked person. Because stiff-necked people don't listen. Here you go. Did you tell him we finna go? Shut the door. Stiff-necked people don't listen. Here you go, get that water. Who? Not right now. We will later. Stiff-necked people don't listen. That's why we were in bondage in the story with Deborah. They don't listen. Ain't nothing. I remember when I was growing up, if you even heard too many tornadoes was happening, people would get and come to church. Ain't nothing makes us come now. Don't nothing move us. Don't nothing. We act like we don't care about nothing. And when you tell somebody congratulations or you happy, how God gonna bless you? When you got a covenant spirit, when you got a rebellious spirit, when you can't be happy for your brother, don't I walk fast, or your sister? You know, I look at my life. Just get in the car, Avery, if you don't know, Avery. Come on now. I got to get in the car. If you can't rejoice, I'll go on the other side, with your sister or your brother, if you can't be happy that God done brought them a long way, don't turn nothing on, Nuki, because I'm talking. Then I don't know what to say. But I would like to get together with a group of people that are prayer warriors.
Do you feel that?
Nothing, Gloria again. We read that scripture wrong, but I'm glad you said that, Miss Gloria. I feel the same way you do, but here's the problem. Sin always tries to separate us. But that actually was him saying that to us. God was saying, ain't nothing gonna separate me from the love I got for you. I love you, but you might have to go through some stuff. I love you, but I may have to discipline you. But nothing gonna separate me from your love. Not height, not depth, not things to come, principalities. Nothing is gonna separate me. He was saying that his love was unconditional. Ours is not unconditional, unfortunately. Because when things start to happen, we say we don't question God with our lips, what we do in our minds. He know our hearts. You don't have to say, God, why me? He already know you saying it. So when we say it, it's kind of like he already know we're a human frailty. So he knows that things will get in our way, which will separate us. Or sometimes life is too good and we're not praying like we should. And so we have to go back. And sometimes things happen for us to come back to talk to who is already there with us. And so we have to come to crossroads to realize that that was him saying that to us. Because we try, and I know we love him, Miss Gloria, you're right. But then again, we do things out of his will, which causes us to separate from him. And so he was saying that to us. We was not saying that to him. So when you read that, you reading him speaking to you and not you per se speaking to him. We can strive to do that. That's all we can do. We can strive to be better people and to do what he has called us to do according to his will. On Thursday, if it's possible, I would like to try to get a group of prayer warriors to come on our Thursday night Zoom. I also want to share some stuff on Thursday night Zoom that I don't even want to share on here. Amen. Because when people try to mimic you or want to be like you, and everything you do, everything God give you, they give him. However you walk in a manifestation. Let me ask you, how you gonna walk with God halfway? How you gonna walk with God halfway? Is God not bigger than your habit? Anybody that want to be on Zoom, you have to email me. And you are not coming up if you don't have a picture and if you are not willing to turn your camera on. So comb your hair, go and find whatever area you're going to sit in. But you're not coming up if you don't turn your camera on, if you ain't got a picture on your stuff. You're not, I'm not leaving no cameras off. You're not praying in no dark. You can't. I hate when people say, well, I drink. Let me give you an example. In the book of Isaiah, it was Isaiah, as a matter of fact. God was needing someone to go.
That's me.
God was needing someone to go. And he said, I can't go. Because I'm a cusser. And God sent an angel and seared his tongue. Ain't nothing too hard for God. You cuss because you want to cuss. Because God can take it away. If God can clean up a crackhead, he can clean a cusser. If God can take a thief and a robber and straighten them out, he can take an alcoholic and take the taste out of his mouth. The only reason why you ain't stopped doing what you've been doing is because you like what you're doing and you don't want God to stop you from doing what your flesh like. Let me give you another example. Some people, let's stay hard, they ain't dealt with the trauma in their life. Listen to me, my friend Jeanette Alexander. Some people ain't dealt. Their intellectual levels were low. They didn't have the ability to stand out. Maybe they might have been in some form of SPED. Maybe it was because they was below grade level. Maybe it was because they don't read so well. And so they chose to curse their way through. They chose to use another form of somebody hearing them. Because see, what I learned about people on this social media, they don't like when you can control stuff. They don't like when you don't curse. They don't like when you don't drink. They don't like when you are not out in the clubs. They don't like when you ain't fornicating. They like to see a default in you. They like to see some form of you just like me. They like that to the point that it satisfies them when they see somebody else that say they in church. Yeah, they don't want you not to lie. They want you to tell a lie. And if a liar can stop telling it, so can a person stop judging the wrong way. You can judge, but you got to judge with the word of God. You can love, but you don't have to love nobody's habit. I'm sorry. You don't have to love nobody. You don't even have to explain why you don't drink. But you ain't got to love they senior. I don't care who you laying up is your business. If you want to get with him and do it on the weekend, it's none of my business. I can still love you. I ain't got to love what you're doing. If you out here boosting clothes and changing price tags, I ain't got to love what you're doing. See, let me tell you something about this man named Mike Lewis. Somebody came on here and said block him because he was on somebody else's page being rude. And I said, I'm not blocking him. Because something in me said, don't block him. Because some people move, they mean and nasty. And anything you say, even if you tell them it's going to be all right, we going to keep moving. Don't tell me it's going to be all right. And so I said, I'm not going to block him. Because he ain't done nothing to me over him. It didn't happen over here. I don't run off what something happens on other people's pages. I have to run about what happens over here. I don't care what nobody say. You can judge, but the measure, the standards in which you judge, you gonna be judged. That's what it said. It didn't say can't nobody judge me but God. That ain't what it said. It said the way you judge, you're gonna be judged. So if you're gonna judge me by this standard, I'm gonna judge you by that standard. If you say I ain't supposed to smoke and drink and curse, when I catch you smoking and drinking and cursing, you're going to be judged by the same standard. If you say I ain't supposed to fornicate, you better not get you no cupcakes and fornicate. If you say I ain't supposed to lie, you better not be lying. If you say I ain't supposed to commit adultery, you better not commit adultery. If you say I ain't supposed to, you better, by the same measure, I judge you, I'm going to be judged. Period.
And you said you probably had to go stop by the post office too.
That's the other way. I'm going this way right now. So we have to come to crossroads to realize that some people don't keep listen what I'm trying to tell y'all. If y'all would just listen to me. A lot of y'all won't listen. The thing about us is that we won't listen. And when God try to bring us out of bondage and show us that you can be in this place and with me all things are possible, then we tear a woman down. What is wrong with us women when God could put a woman as the president of the United States to let you know that he used Mother Earth to birth all of us? He breathed into our nostrils and we became a living soul. And when a woman got an opportunity to stand in a place that she's never been before, instead we tear a woman down. I don't care what you say. We ought to congratulate as a body of women and just say, I'm happy that we got this far. I don't know how much further we gonna get, because what I learned about Deborah on yesterday was Deborah wasn't really trying to fight the war, but he just wanted her nearby. He wanted her to go with him into the enemy's camp because she was a prayer warrior. He wanted her to be on his side. He kept feeling like, if Deborah, my faith ain't as strong as yours, but I know God is with you. And if he is going to be with you, he's not going to let nothing happen to you. And if he was with you and I'm with you, I'm covered because I'm with you, near you, by you, for you, and standing on what he told you. Some of us don't even have the ability to pray. We don't even know how. Some of us are only getting blessed because who we connected to. It's designed. He said, Deborah, I'm with you. So if I'm with you, I'm going to be blessed. Ah! Who you connecting with? What is going on? My God, who y'all connecting with? You can't do everything and think he's going to be with you. My God from Zion, where is the standard? Where is the moral value? Why are we allowing these things? It's such a fear factor going on now that I'm only calling for the people of prayer. I'm calling for the mothers of Zion, the men that truly have been called into a spirit of prayer and worship because of the simple fact they are talking with God. And their lives are dedicated to it. It would be no different if they lived in a synagogue and they stayed and they knew their ability every day was to wake up and pray. You can't. I've been watching all these videos with these preachers in the pulpit and they cursing. Thank you, whoever sent me stars. And I don't even know if my star button working. Is it working? But no, you can't do that just cause you the founder of the church. I ain't gonna stay. I'm gonna put it like that. Do what you want to. This is a building, and you in this building. But I ain't gonna be where God ain't. My God from Zion. I like that, Miss Brenda. Standing in the gap. I'm not finna be. I don't want to be no place God ain't. I don't. I'm sorry. Half of the people be sick. You can't get these lazy preachers to get up and come visit the sick and shut in, and they want to drive these big Bentleys and stuff. You can't get them to do nothing for you. You can't even get them to stop by and lay hands on your mama's swollen foot. I ain't gonna be able to do it. And I don't know how y'all think people can praise God with the same mouth that they cursing with. I don't understand it. You sit around here and you got people think, well, my pastor cuss, I can cuss. That's not, no, you can't. You better go ask Isaiah what happened to his tongue. And quit putting your mouth on people. If they're alcoholic, find out why. You don't know what's going to happen in their life that's making them drink. They drinking themselves through their problem. Because ain't nobody showed them how to get to God. They ain't seen how to get to God. They don't know how to reach the master. Men of every birth for an answer. How do you reach him? He said, if I be lifted up, I'll draw him. You just lift me up. Lift Jesus up. But instead you got gospel artists. Y'all talk about me singing a love song that got lyrics that make sense, but then you got gospel artists wanting to connect with people that's believing and they I can't even think of this man right now. He asked Kurt Franklin who was a person that he wanted to do music with more than anybody, and he said Jay-Z, the one that said Jesus can't save you, the one that if you play his music backwards you can hear what he's saying about the mark of the beast. The ones that's throwing up these diamonds and pyramids and eyes. But that's who you want to do. That's who you want to do. See, because it goes down to money. And money is a god. Mammon is a god. And it goes down to the pigs in the parlor when you connecting all these different spirits to different spirits to different spirits. And then here it is, the kingdom of God is getting smaller and smaller from the true prayer warriors, from the true people. It's getting smaller because the ones that really will pray and buffer things off their family, they're the ones that's dying. The ones that will come to Friday night prayer meeting. Them the ones when Granny say, take me up the street, drive me to the church. We got prayer on Friday. Come what may, rain, water, sleet, or snow. If the pastor had the door open, they was going to get there for Friday night pastoral teaching and prayer. They were going to make their way there. They was going to get there with their purse wrapped around their little wrist, and they was going to walk in there, and they were going to sing just another day that the Lord has kept me. Just another day that the Lord has kept me. He has kept me from all evil. And my mind, it was stayed on Jesus. Just another day. How that the Lord, He has kept me. And they get to clap in their hand. I was willing that the Lord, He kept me. See, those are gone to the ground. Those are the ones that we gonna cry for. Those are the ones. I was reading when one of the elders in the book of Revelations asked John. John said he saw 144,000. It was 10 of them, 10,000 out of each of the tribes. Of the 12 tribes of Israel. He said he saw Manasseh was 12. He said Reuben had 12,000. He said Judah had 12,000. He said Joseph had 12,000. He went on to name all of them 144,000, and they were there. And then he looked and he said, but who? The elder said, who are these? Who are these? And John said, you know who they are. And he said, oh, these are the ones that made it through the tribulation. These are they. And they gonna be in the temple with God. So there is going to be more. And they're going to be in the temple with God. These are they that have washed their robes and have washed themselves white with the blood These are they that's going to be there. Child, y'all better get an invitation. Y'all better end up saying, I want to be one of those these is days. I want to be a these is days, Lord. Let me be a these is days. Made it through. Huh? I got to go down here and check on the property. And then I got to stop by my mama's house. Avery, quit asking me my business. You know better. And you're going to learn if you don't. You're going to learn. You're going to learn. Where's that other phone? I don't know what I did with it. I was going to give it to you to look at. I'm going to have to get this purse and go through there and find it. Yeah. So, Judy, how much did you get? Judy Ortega, how much did you get? Y'all, if y'all want to bless her because she needs some groceries, it's $3389111C. Judy, I'm going to send you something as well. But we have to, I'm going to make sure I get you something. Sit over there, Judy, or when I get still. We have to come to realize that our biggest thing is that it's not the enemy. Somebody write this. It's not, okay, Judy, I'm gonna send you some money. It's not the enemy. It's the inner, I-N-N-E-R, the inner me. It's you. It's not the stuff that I see. It's not your flesh. How am I going to learn two different people of you? That's two different personalities. You got to be who you are. That's who you are. It's the enemy. It's not the enemy, but the inner. The person that's working on the inside of you, that won't allow you to be the best you can be, that won't allow you to do the things that you need to do for you and your household. You can't even set them free, and you want to. Have you ever met some people, they want to get up, they talk about it all the time, child, I need to clean my house, but they don't never get up to do it. Everything is a distraction. Child, I should be putting dinner on. I'm going to lay this phone down. But it's a reaction. You can't lay the phone down because now they done got you hooked. You can't stay off of here. You can't turn the camera off and do what you need to do because now you hooked. It's like they say, hooked on phonics. You hooked. You every time you want to, you got to keep picking it up to see what you miss, see who's on live, see who's next. See what I can get into. I'm going to go over here and talk a little bit about them. And then I'm going to be on their page tomorrow. And they're going to be shouting my name out over here. Then I'm going to come over here to Miss Tracy. And I'm going to shout her out. I know she don't do what they do. Then I'm going to jump over here on the night switch. And I'm going to give it all I got on the night switch. And I've never seen people hate folks for their own lives. Let me tell you something what I do know. I don't hate nobody. That's your life. I ain't got to fool with you. I don't. I don't hate you. I ain't got nothing against you. I ain't mad at nobody. We done. It's this, it's that. I'm going to keep moving. I don't have nothing against anyone. Period. I don't. Marissa, I don't. But my inner me has already got a gut feeling not to fool with everybody. And just when you think you will, they give you another reason to say, no, you won't. And if you be still, I remember my mom used to always tell us that, be still. You'll find out why you couldn't deal with them. Be still. You don't have to worry. You keep being still. You're going to see why God didn't let you deal with that person. You're going to see why God removed that person. And I'm going to tell you something. Why did you say that? Because yesterday when I was reading about Deborah, it said that it discomfited the group of enemies. It made them go another way. It discomfited them. And they spelled it as D-I-S-C-O-M-F-I-T-E-D. It discomfited them. It turned them to go in another direction. So instead of them going toward Barak, they went another direction. I don't have to whoop everybody. I don't have to fight my battle. I don't have to get a lick back. I'm not going to get no lick back. I'm not trying to get a lick back. I'm not going to get a lick back. I need to check this one too. I'm not going to get a lick back. You know why I'm not going to get a lick back? I can't hit hard as God. I can't hit hard as God. I ain't going to be able to get a lick back. I ain't going to be able to do what God can do. What I end up doing is getting God's way. Because I'm not going to end up being able to get a lick back. Now, yesterday I told y'all that I was looking for a place to put a house on, right? Let me turn the camera around so you can understand. I got a place that I have cleaned off so that I can pour a house if I can find one. I'm going to turn it around so y'all can see. All right? This is a place that belongs to me. You good, AA? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to pull up in here a little bit. Hold on. This is just one of my properties. Just hold on, okay? You like it? Oh, thank you. I have to be careful because it ain't coming. Well, I'm finna show them. Just hold on, please. Let me handle my business. Yeah, it's not. It might be some snakes, but we got something in here for them. Okay. So this is a property, all right, that belongs to me. Okay. And I want to put a house on this property. It's already cleaned off. It goes all the way back up into that cut. All right. And so what I want to do is put me got a big old tree. It's got power lines that I would want to get replaced somewhere else. And it's going to end up growing up. Did I tell you to get out that car? Get in a car. You the one that do the most. And but I don't want kudzu to take over. Be done got in some poison ivy. Get somewhere. Never seen no child so rebellious as Avery. So when I was telling y'all that I was trying to find a spot to put a house, I am trying to find a spot. I want a spot to put right here for a rental property. All right? Yeah, she just do the most. Ooh, she just vexed me so bad. And I want it for a rental property so that I can have supplemental income to come in again. And I got to be careful. I had a I had a double wide over here, and I had to tear my double wide down because the tenant had tore it up, and it wasn't gonna be worth me. I couldn't fix that one. It would have cost more money than I needed to, so I had it removed. But the thing about it is they won't let me bring no more double wides. They won't let me bring another one over here. I already got a meter and everything. I got water and everything. All I need is to pull a house. I already got a meter. The meter's sitting right here. So you know I got everything on here. I got the power. Here go my meter right here. Let me show you. There go my meter right there. There go my meter.
Oh.
See? I got it's just gonna end up being grown up. It's got privacy to it because I ain't cut down under the bushes from the kudzu and stuff like that. And wild poke salad. When it was out, when poke salad season, it grew wild all up in here. See them stems of poke salad? That big purple stem where you see the little flowers growing off, that's poke salad. All right, so it's out. The season of it is up now. So I'm trying to find something to pull on there. I want a house. Like if the state getting rid of if the state is getting rid of widening out a highway or something, I want something I can move. I want God to bless me with something I can move up there. So that's what's going on. So I'm gonna go in here. I gotta check this rental property out, and I've enjoyed our conversation. I know, right? Hold on, let me get the key.
Oh, did you see the flower things on the tree over there? They're really pretty.
And we're gonna come back. My desire is to do another Bible study lesson today. We still can continue with Deborah and Barak, but we know they won. And we can this property right here got an old well on it. It's like an old well. It's an old one that's covered up with a house that's keeping the well covered. It's pretty. It's country. I'm in the country. This is a property, and I got a well on it. I would show it to y'all, but people so knows. You love the well? There it is. Let me show you between my property. It's a well. See, I got a well back there. Let me see if I can turn it. Right there, that's a well. That house right there, that's a well. So, I'm going to this property. Come on, y'all. I gotta go check it out. Tenant done left.
It looks nice outside, Mama.
So, I'm so glad I was able to talk to y'all. And so, today at 4:30 on Life Lessons, we're gonna have us we're gonna finish our Bible study. And then I look on Thursday. Email me at mamascomfortcooking@gmail.com if you're a prayer warrior. So, what did you say? You ain't never seen one? I'll show it to you. Hold on, I'm reading.
What chair? That? Oh, that yellow chair.
Yeah, but that way. Email me at Mama's Comfort Cooking. That's MAMAS Comfort, COMFORT Cooking, COOKING@gmail.com, so that we can so I can get some prayer warriors on Thursday night Zoom. I want to Zoom around 6:30 Eastern Time or 7 Eastern Time. I'm gonna find out what best work for y'all in case y'all at work. So with that being said, I'm gonna get off of here. I love y'all. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to see y'all later, honeybees.